Hey everyone, Serien here. Welcome back to Synergia. So, in our last episode, Cila comes home to find that Elaine has somehow been turned off. She soon realizes that Elaine's memory has been completely wiped, leaving no backups. Possibly by a hacker. Sitting in mourning for her only companion for the past few years, Cila gets a call from her old friend Yoko. Yoko offers Cila an experimental android that's not for sale. I suspect that this is the android that was reported missing in the intro. M.A.R.A is as alive as she is an android, but let's see what happens. I open my eyes slowly. They sting. Just as I thought, I slept like crap, and there's something warm beside me. M.A.R.A is sitting next to me. I get up quickly. Hey, what are you doing? I woke up a bit ago and couldn't get back to sleep, so I started feeling a little anxious. I was just waiting for you to wake up. Just talk to me next time. You don't have to startle me. Okay, next time I'll just wake you up. That's not what I meant. Whatever, I have to get ready for work. What about me? My computer's over there, on the desk to your right. And there's a bookshelf right next to it. When are you coming back? I work part-time, so I'll be back soon. She pouts and goes to the bookshelf. As for me, I overslept once again. While she's looking through my books, I get myself ready for work and leave. Vega isn't waiting for me today. But Kyle, sitting in the company van. I hop in the back and see the new girl, Darla. I don't know if I like the van, it's too flashy. From now on, we're going directly to the site. The boss says we don't have to go to the station since he can just send us the briefing through the network. I'll tell you what we need to do. I won't have to look at the boss, and that's a good thing. I have to look serious. These two cannot know I don't give a damn about this. They'll make sure to report everything back to the station. Understood. Darla reaches her hand out to me. I think she wants to shake it, so I do it. My name is Darla. It's a pleasure. You've seen me before, but we never got introduced. Oh, right. Vega talked about you. I'm Cila. You're coming with us from now on, right? Yes, I'm in charge of the paperwork, and I can assure you I'm a lot faster than Vega. I'm also going to evaluate you. I'm part of the psychology team in Velta. Oh, great. A psychologist. So they are still obsessing over my psyche at Hoplin after all this time. At least I don't have to see that jerk anymore. Cila, Hoplin sex regulations enforce respect between coworkers. So what? You're from Velta. Darla smirks. I don't know if just to please me, or if she actually found my retort funny. I might even have fun with her if I forget the fact that they're trying to hide stuff from me. Okay, so can I get a briefing? We're going to the helipad now. An android locked itself in an abandoned building, down in the old part of the district. We're going in from the skylights and taking the android out to reprogram it. We're going in an airship? Is something wrong with the main entrance? The building's locked and the elevators aren't working. I get it, I'm not complaining. I like helicopters. They're just gonna barge in from the top, that's crazy. Do you like heights? I do, and I like the view of this district. It's pretty. I wish it was that pretty at ground level. I also like the feeling of the wind against my face. It's relaxing for me. It reminds me of my old job before I did this police thing. You work to pay your tuition, right? I see you've done your homework. My job is to fix antennas at night. I had to get on the rooftops of a lot of different buildings. Velta didn't really help me once I stopped being useful for them. That's why I think it's strange you two are here now. I just work for them. All I know is that I have to evaluate and take care of you. Nothing else. I believe you. I'm glad. I like heights too. I can see all the people from up here, just living their normal lives, completely unfazed by my presence. That's kinda weird. What about the owners of the building? Have they said anything? The owners passed away over a decade ago. It seems like the android's been there since they closed it after their passing. And why are we doing this just now? Because their sons are now selling what's left of the company and found the android when they were visiting the building to assess its value. Understood. It's not too strange for robots to stay in a place like a guard dog, even after everyone leaves. Although, I'm afraid this might have something to do with the hacker who's been following me. Why do you think it's weird? That thing about watching people. Are you still thinking about that? It's weird because there's this thing called privacy, and most people like to keep it, private. I've never bothered them. They don't even know I'm looking at them. They wouldn't care. That makes it worse. This girl's so weird. We arrive at the helipad. I suit up with the rest of the team. I think we might have skipped a safety measure or two, but we're in a hurry. The pilot doesn't trust me since I almost crashed his chopper once while trying to wrestle a first-generation android on board, so he made us get on a scale before boarding. How was I supposed to know the weight limit was so small? After a bit, we're finally up high. It's only gonna take a few more minutes to arrive at the building. Kyle says it's huge. Are you having fun? I guess. That's good. She scribbles something on her PDA. What are you writing? Is this related to my evaluation? That's my job. You're making a funny face. Leave me alone, I'm tired. Hey, no offense, but you're kinda weird. Has anyone told you that before? Oh, they have, quite often actually. Do you want me to shut up? No, I'm sorry, I didn't know. By the way, have you gotten any kind of combat training? Just the basics. I mean, I'm going to leave if something happens, but I can defend myself if needed. How much can you defend yourself? Could you go against an illegal android? I don't think so, but Kyle was trained in combat. That's why he's coming with us. I'm not saying that you're going to need him, but he will help you if the need arises. Sure, a combat specialist. I'm gonna have to see that. Then just stay behind me. No android's better than me. Neither is Kyle. I still don't get why they sent him with me. Kyle glares at me from his seat. Is that why they call you the witch? No, that's for something else. The seizures. You had epileptic seizures, right? And they called you witch because your eyes would go wide. I didn't choose the nickname. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that, it was rude. Whatever, Velta managed to fix that, and they stopped. That makes me feel better. I think I judged her too quickly. She's not too bad. I still remember how Vega didn't trust me just because of that stupid nickname. We arrive at the building. Kyle explains to me that the android's on the highest floor, so we won't have to run downstairs. What a relief. We abseil down the rope and pass through the skylight. After walking through a few corridors, we arrive at the room where the android is. It's a first-generation android as usual. It's going to be pretty hard to disconnect it if the android doesn't have a safety shutdown system. What do we do now? Are you asking me? You're the leader of our group, therefore in charge of decision-making. Maybe the company is trying to test me out. So, what you're saying is you'll jump in only if I mess it up? Pretty much, yes. Okay then, I'm going to connect directly to the android and shut it off from there, just like always. Disconnect me if I take too long. Understood. Wouldn't that harm your memory? I don't think so. The firewall should protect me in case it tries to pass through. And if you disconnect me, my brain will be just fine. I'm a human, remember? I'd get an electric shock at worst. Before you connect yourself, what do you think happened? I've got to send mission reports to the head office. I'm gonna take a look around and check if everything's safe. Good. Regarding the report, it seems like the android's connected itself to an old processing unit in the building. Now, and this part is really strange, I think that while its body is a first-generation one, the program was probably overridden. You're thinking it might be a fourth-generation one, right? No, I think this is related to the case we had a few days ago. A first-gen model can't have a fourth-generation AI. Their uniqueness requires a lot of power. What other reason could an android have to try and enhance itself in that way? There could be a million reasons. I can't say I know. But there's something off about this. Kyle said the robot had been locked here for over a decade. I highly doubt its battery could last such a long time. The android was probably actually reactivated not too long ago. I sit next to the android and connect myself to his brain. I'm inside just a few seconds later. The data is all over the place, just as I expected from an android that hasn't been serviced in a while. The AI throws everything it has at me in a poor attempt at corrupting my own brain until suddenly it stops. Hey, come out. We need to talk. Shh, be quiet. I need to sleep. I didn't get any sleep last night, so if I can't sleep, neither can you. How did you get in? I need to sleep. Oh, wait. It is you. This was done by the same hacker from the other day, right? I don't get a response, so I open up a path around his data, passing through multiple protocols until I get deep enough to force a reply from him. What do you want? No, what do you want? Why did you connect yourself to that machine? You recognize me. I know you're the same one from the other day. Oh, yes, that. But what are you doing here? I'm doing my job, and you can't just hang around in this building. It's illegal, you know. My master said I could sleep here. He did not mention it was against the law. Can I speak to that master of yours? No, I do not think so. It is better if you just leave me alone. I just want to dream. Dream. Yes, my master promised it to me. I had to dream until the freckled girl arrived, and then give her a message, but I could not do it. I was about to do it until you interrupted me. He seems to be a mix of a first and fourth generation. What could have done something like that? It's too much for that poor decades-old piece of hardware. He's completely dazed. I'm already here. You don't have to keep waiting. You can just skip the first step of your order. Impossible. Modifying my orders could lead to unexpected errors. I underestimated him. The android's still trying to get me out of here. He slowly surrounds me and makes my presence unstable. It feels like there's something stronger here. What's your name? I am... You are... Sal. Huh? Oh, hello. What a coincidence. Twice in the same week. Actually, it's not a coincidence. Excuse me for my tardiness. I wasn't quite sure of which android would be assigned to you, so it took me a while to find you. Was that the hacker? Master, I am still sleeping just like you ordered me to. Good job. I don't need you anymore. What was left of the old android vanished in an instant. Now it's just the data flux this hacker's relaying to me, and I can't see where it came from. I knew you were behind this, Sal. I just wanted to see you again. Please forgive me if that bothers you. Although that AI turned out to be quite stubborn, and I'm sorry about that. What do you want from me? Well, I want you. But I'm not a jealous person, so don't be afraid. You can go on with your life, but I hope you don't mind if I send a message to your data chip. You know, I'm not exactly patient when it comes to petty hackers, but I'm sure I won't let you get in my brain, so start talking. What's this all about? I had to modify plenty of androids so I could give you this message. Hoplonsec caught me the other day when I tried to trespass, and I can't get there any longer. So I had to hack a lot of androids and wish for luck. As you can see, it worked. And why a 4th generation? You could have used plenty of other systems to control this machine. I have been interested in their uniqueness for a while, but it's complex, as you should know. I don't have the resources to recreate it, though my main reason is that they barely leave traces. And what was that about dreaming? I reprogrammed that piece of scrap. There's a lot of information about how to improve himself, but I didn't grant him network access, obviously. So you're connected to him through a local network. Kinda risky, don't you think? Tell me about it. You can't be too cautious against the 4th generation. That's why I have to leave now. I'm going to bring my friend back, this time with my message. And please, let him give it to you. I can't afford to leave traces of me in dozens of different models. Oh, and I love to see you in action. So good luck with my friend. Until next time, Cila, take care. the hell, like you're leaving? I'm not gonna waste any more time with your games. Are you still there? Ah. The android's data comes back to his brain, though this time it feels slightly heavier. It was him, the master? Why did he come? You're really stupid. I need to get out of here. I'm still trapped in his mind. I'm really not liking this, although my defenses are still going strong. Well, the master said I have slept enough, so now I have to give you something. I have to do it. The master asked me to do so. You're not going to give me anything. You're just making me waste my time. If you're not going to help me, then do not bother me. There's a network and a thread, and I have to use it. A thread? What are you talking about? You don't get it, do you? Only humans can dream. You're just mixing up ideas. Look, I'm gonna have to fry your brain if you refuse to let me go. The android's data starts to rearrange. It's vulnerable. This poor thing just wants to connect to the network, but he doesn't even know what that is. So he just looked up on his database for the closest thing it could find. My memory chip. That was the hacker's plan, I guess. I can keep trying to convince him to let me go, but I doubt he'd listen to me. I can resist and hope for the best, or just let his message go through. Let the message pass through my memory chip, or resist. I mean, this is incredibly risky, isn't it? I don't know. I don't think we have a big choice here. We might as well listen to the message, right? Would it give us a bigger clue on who the hacker was? I don't know. I start to feel the data going to my brain. As soon as the android goes past my defenses, I feel a sharp pain in my head that soon goes down my spine. Suddenly, I find myself kicked out of the system, the data transfer stopping abruptly. Everything happened too fast and my head hurts. The android's right next to me, but his head's completely punctured. Cila is standing in front of me, his gun pointed at the android, watching me out of the corner of his eye. Darla comes running at me. Cila, are you okay? Yeah, just a bit dizzy. Kyle, what was that all about? You were screaming and it made me feel anxious. I was the one who told him to do it. It looked like something had gone wrong. Never mind, just give me a moment. Kyle walks away. I can barely see a black smudge walking towards the exit. My eyes are still trying to adjust to the dim light. Call the gathering team so they can... Now that I take a good look, I notice there are many people from the station already here, and it's dark. There's quite a few soldiers from Velta Labs. I should have known they'd come as soon as Darla sent a report mentioning us 4th generation. Darla stays by my side until I feel somewhat better. Tell me what happened there once you feel better, so I can send the report. I'm fine, don't worry about me. Just as I told you, it's a 1st generation android with altered code. And his hardware limitations were giving him serious trouble. He didn't have the network on his database, nor an adapter, but he was programmed to know how to connect to it, so he was pretty confused. He created his own idea of the network, some kind of dreamland he was trying to achieve. Darla starts writing everything on her PDA. I should be careful to not mention anything about Sal, if I don't want the entire station all over me for months. Or even worse, Velta questioning me if they feel I might know something about their old projects. Hey, Darla, how long was I in there? Well, most of the day, so we were starting to worry. The boss is over there, you should go talk to him. And you should see the doctor too, just in case. I'll head over to the van as soon as I finish the report. It shouldn't take too long. That machine's brain was so slow I ended up spending the entire day there. Yet he was still capable enough to tack my memory chip. The Forbidden Generation has certainly earned his name. I've got to be extra careful around that Sal guy in the future. Cila, are you okay? Are you sure you're okay? You still look dizzy. Go see the doctor, please. Yes, I'm going now. I'll be waiting for you in the van. Before I can leave the place, the company's doctor approaches me. He only ever comes up to me when something goes wrong. Hello, Cila. How do you feel? I'm fine. I'm glad to hear that. I need you to sign my report. You already know your contract doesn't cover medical insurance, so if you feel sick, you need to see a private physician. But we're under obligation to take you there if you need it. Of course. I signed the papers, and now I can finally go to where my boss waits. There he comes. Cila, what happened there? Sir, it turns out we had a 4th generation android emulator. I was going to take him in, but, well, Kyle blew his brains out. It was just an old model. Oh well, I don't think the gathering team can do much with him now. Still, I'm glad you're fine. You're an important member of this company. You know how much we value our employees and take care of them, just like a big family. You're a key piece for Hopland Sec to keep working. If Velta asks you anything, tell them we did everything we could to keep you safe, alright? This guy sounds like he's reading a script. You can go home now. Just make sure to sign the medical paperwork before you leave. I wonder if he memorizes that script and tells us every time. Yes, sir, I already signed it. I can finally go home. Just as I thought, the elevators don't seem to be working, so I have to walk down the stairs. My trip downstairs is almost unbearable, but I somehow managed to reach the bottom in one piece. My boss's speech dragged on forever, just like always, yep. But now I can finally go home. To be honest, this day went on quickly, considering I was unconscious for most of it. Now that I think about it, I almost forgot. It's Friday. Thank goodness. I thought this week would never end. I get inside the van and take off my gear. After taking off my boots, I decide to just keep my feet bare. I think I'll do this more often now that Vega isn't here anymore. I don't think those two would mind to see my feet. Oh, man, Cila, the smell. Put those shoes back on. Everyone looks pretty busy outside, probably even more upset now that they know what actually happened. But I don't care. I couldn't possibly feel more relaxed than I am now, alone in the dark, without anyone bothering me. All I hear is the faint mumbling of people talking outside echoing in the van's body. Oh, geez, you know what? M.A.R.A's probably been waiting for us all day. I hear someone opening up the door. I think my break won't last too long. It's Darla. I'm glad. I don't think she'll bug me too much. Hi, I see you've made yourself comfortable. Yeah, join me. Sit here. She takes it very seriously, sitting next to me and taking off her boots as well. I don't know if she did it because she thought it was an order, or maybe she just felt like it. Like this? You didn't have to do that, too, but it doesn't really matter. You don't remember, don't you? What am I supposed to remember? I'll tell you, eventually. You got small feet for someone so big. Thank you, I guess. Did you know that 5th generation models doesn't have any physical differences when compared to a human, minus the ports in their napes and under their ears? What are you talking about? I didn't even know there was a 5th generation. She ignores me. Hey. Now it's Kyle's turn to get in the van, and he doesn't even say hello to us. It's better that way. I'll just pretend he's not here. He starts the van and starts to drive over to my place. What was Darla even trying to say? Hey, Darla, do you dream often? After I managed to get into the system, the android at the building said that he was trying to dream about going to a better place, or something like that. I don't really sleep much, but when I do, I don't dream of anything. Do you think you could teach an android to dream? Well, humans often think that androids leave the factory already knowing everything, but that's not true. Just like humans, they learn things over time, and plenty of them have trouble learning specific tasks. I can't tie my shoes, to give you an example. And how are you supposed to put them back on? You gotta get your mommy to tie them for you? To be honest, I was just thinking about that. Can you tie them for me? Okay, well, I guess it's true. You have to teach androids to do some stuff, just like if they were kids. But those things often come in software upgrades, so it's not exactly the same. Cila, your job is to take back androids so they can be reprogrammed, right? Of course. What kind of question is that? Don't you think you're killing them, in a way? Killing them? We don't kill them. They're reprogrammed and sent out to do their tasks, unless they're old or extremely rare models. She's kinda right. But you delete everything that made them themselves. Isn't it just like killing them? If I take out your brain and put another one in its place, then you probably won't be yourself anymore. It would be another person in Cila's body. I get what you mean, but humans have a sense of self-awareness, and no two are alike. While androids aren't exactly individuals, they can't die, just like a rock can't die. Darla, I'm pretty sure Cila's tired after what happened today. Can't we just leave her alone? You're right. I'm sorry, Cila. You're not bothering me, Darla. Kyle looks at me through the rearview mirror. There's something about him that puts me on edge. Darla keeps quiet until we arrive at my place. I think she's realized her mistake of talking too much in front of Kyle, and I kind of feel sorry for her. I don't know what Velta is planning, but Darla doesn't seem cut out for this job. You think? She can't even tie her own shoes. I put her shoes on and tie her laces before we leave, which seems to considerably brighten her mood. She's just like a little girl. I'll see you on Monday, Darla. She gives me a smile as a response, which dies as soon as she glances at Kyle. Every time I think of her as a human, I feel good. It's been a while since I talked to a nice, flesh and bone person, but that feeling's going to be over very soon. I pull out my keys and twist the knob of my door. Reality. Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. I'm home. I cross my fingers and hope M.A.R.A hasn't done anything weird. After what happened yesterday, I can expect anything. It seems like the bed is still unmade. There's dust everywhere, and clothes still littered all over the floor. I see M.A.R.A by the bathroom door. Her hair is damp and smells really good. Her skin looks smooth, and I just stay there for a little bit, gawking at her. She's gorgeous. But she's just an android. What am I even thinking about? Oh, hi, Cila. I managed to get some sleep in the end. I've been reading your... I know androids could even live inside a dumpster and not mind, but what's with the mess? Mess? It's just like you left it. Yeah, but why didn't you clean it up? Why should I? I suppose you didn't cook anything for me either. Cila, I'm not a housemaid, don't you remember? That's true, but if you're not going to clean or cook, what are you going to do? I can do it without a problem, but you didn't ask me to. Now I have to clean everything and I'm starving. I can cook something for you, if you want. Yeah. Somehow I don't trust her cooking. I start to wonder if getting this robot was a mistake. Although she's right about one thing, she's not a service android. Still, she should help me while I'm out of the house. I get the futon ready and sit on the couch. I haven't even changed my clothes. M.A.R.A's already coming back with the dish in her hands. It barely took her any time. Oh, okay. 2 sandwiches, and one of them has a carved heart. Aw. 2 sandwiches? What's with the heart? If you want it, you're gonna have to say the magic words. Thank you? Exactly. The one with the heart is mine. You can have the other one. Yours, but you're an android. Of course. I need to eat too. Okay. So it turns out I have to worry about my own food and feed you as well. Why do you even need food? I have organic parts just like you. I don't need too many nutrients, but I have to eat and breathe. Hey, for someone who works with androids, you know very little about them. This is new. Why would you build an android that needs to eat and breathe? I don't think the Empire is actively looking for more mouths to feed. It seems M.A.R.A made me a cheese sandwich. I can't really complain though, I like cheese. Well, I know everything about androids up until the 4th generation. I had to study them so I could get my job. But you're a new model. You're not even up for sale. Or at least that's what Yoko said. Anyway, having to eat human food is really weird. Even for a latest generation android. I can also sweat, and my eyes can produce tears and more. Oh god, please don't do that. You're not actually a cyborg, are you? I can expect anything from Yoko. No, I'm sure. Oh, yes. As I was saying before you interrupted me so you could complain. I've been reading some of your books. I see you're very into fantasy. Yeah, I like it. It helps me unwind a little bit. Maybe they're trying to simulate a quirky personality, and that's why she's acting this way. Perhaps they give her random features. There was one book that caught my interest. It's called... Hey, do you use personality features? You know, like the ones on old models? I don't know what those are, and as far as I know, I don't. Then where does your personality come from? I doubt you're a mere companion android. Hey, were you listening to me? What's this all about? What's wrong with my company? No, there's nothing bad about it. But you're an android, right? Are you really gonna stay here just to talk to me? That's kind of boring to ask. Nobody forced me to live with you. Of course they did. I bought you. I even have to feed you just like a pet. That's enough. Don't compare me to a dog. Nobody feeds me. I eat because I need to, and I was the one who made that sandwich. I'm the one feeding you. An android like you makes no sense. I mean, you're programming. Everything is fake. Humans are machines too. You're not any better than me. I never said that. Humans have to follow their biology, that's true. But there's a great range of variation. A machine, their code is still there, unmoving, unchanging. Humans are chaotic, unrestricted. It doesn't matter how good you are at emulating us. What are you even talking about? I just want to enjoy my food. I just don't think you're a 4th gen. Your behavior is so strange. If you didn't want me here, you shouldn't have bought me then. Maybe you're just another defective android. I'm not broken. Alright, sorry. You don't have to look at me like that. I was talking about that book you have on your shelf. It's called Humanist Manifesto. You don't really believe that, do you? Maybe. All those books and you had to pick that one? Yes, and I didn't like it. It's full of hate. It's required reading at school. That's why I have it. It's not like I believe what it says. She seems really concerned, and I understand why. I don't think any android could ever like that book. M.A.R.A gets closer to me, takes my right hand, and looks at the scar. You have their mark. Huh? They forced me to do it. You said it was required reading. Why? Humanism is our official religion. You didn't know anything about that? During all these years, my family never mentioned a religion based on hatred of my kind. Humanism? Years. Can I know how old you are? I don't know. I was manufactured 4 years ago, I think. Or maybe 5. My memories are a bit blurry. That's a lot for a new android. Or should I say, you're definitely not new. What about you? You're clearly older than 4. I'm 29. And you really are old. Whatever you say. Anyway, they're just a group of fanatics. They won't do anything to you. They don't hate all androids. They claim humans are the only perfect machine. Every other one's there to serve them. How can you argue that? I mean, they're not totally wrong. So you do believe it? No, times change. It's a really old book. The machines keep getting more and more sophisticated. Maybe one day I'll find a machine equal to human, but until that day comes, the book is right. You have one right in front of you. We'll see. And what about the cuts? Did it hurt? Of course they did. They do it because androids don't bleed, or at least they didn't back then when they wrote that book. I told you it's ancient. It's just propaganda they wrote to motivate a bunch of workers who are losing their jobs. That was a long time ago, and nowadays we only keep the spiritual parts of the religion. The government just uses it as an excuse, nothing else. Okay, I'm glad to hear that. You have no reason to be afraid. You're my property, so nobody can hurt you. I'm not sure how I feel about that. It really doesn't matter. The government... Wait a second. What are you wearing? They're yours. I picked the ones I like the most. I know they're mine, but didn't you have your own set of clothes? You don't really think I'm gonna keep using my factory clothing, do you? Well, I do. It's not like I have a lot of clothes. Nor variety. I had to manage with what I had available. I only keep this one, so don't worry. Everything else is still yours. Thank you for it. I have to say, this Android simulation is outstanding. Going from religious topics to talk about clothes isn't an easy task for a machine. If I hadn't bought her, I'd have trouble guessing if she was a human or a robot. Did you like your sandwich? It was a cheese sandwich. So what? I liked it. Are you happy now? Yes. Why don't you tell me about your day at that interesting job of yours? It sounded fun. To be honest, I was thinking about watching TV for a bit. Not watching TV for one night won't kill you. Hey, can you give me a spare key? I want to go outside. She just won't shut up. I don't really have any problem with her living here, but I also need some peace and quiet from time to time. Sure. I like to go out for walks. Every time I do, I feel full of energy. I didn't get to go out often at my last home. Alright, fine. I'll give you one eventually. Is it really that hard to get one? Do you really want me to go now? Can't you just wait one night? You're really annoying, did you know that? I tune into the news channel on TV before I can hear Mara's grumbling. I'll get her spare key tomorrow. Why exactly did you buy me? Why are you asking that? Do you expect me to just stay silent the whole time? Yeah, even if just a few seconds. I turn off the TV. M.A.R.A isn't like Elaine, and it doesn't seem like she'll let me rest. I think she's got a point though. I already bought her, so it'd be best if I made an effort to use her. It's so strange, making an effort for a machine. It's always been the other way around, with them working for me. You've changed. Changed? What are you talking about? You barely know me. I thought it'd be fun to be with you. Okay then, can you tell me what you even want me to do? Why are you so mean to me? I'm already here, so I thought we could do something together. I'm not saying this to bother you. You just want me to be here. What's the point of that? I'm sorry. Come on, let's go to the roof. Really? Yeah, let's go. This is so weird. She seems to be in a better mood now. I don't really know what we're supposed to do upstairs, but at least I can enjoy the view from there. We take the building's infuriatingly slow elevator to the rooftop. There's a locked door in our way, but thankfully I own a master key from Hopland Sec. We stand close to the ledge and finally spend a few minutes in silence. This city's so pretty. You mean the district? The city changes a lot from one district to another and goes out way further than you can see. Where'd you live? I don't remember the name. All I remember is that we hardly saw the outside world. I could see the sky from an indoor patio where I used to walk. That place had white walls. They were pretty but lifeless. You just can't compare it to this. Are you sure it was a family? That sounds more like a secret facility or laboratory. It was a lab, but that doesn't matter. My parents were scientists. My siblings are their androids. Still, I prefer to call them my family. Let's change the subject. Do you like this place? She still has memories of that. I'm starting to feel sorry for her. Of course. What about the people? Do you like them? I can't complain. What about that old android you had? You exchanged us for a reason. Now that you've gotten to know me, what do you think? Was she better or worse than me? How do you know that? I don't know, but it doesn't matter now. You're here. I saw her manual in your desk. You know, I think you should go out somewhere. With me. I should? Aren't you supposed to ask me? Where do you want to go? I'm not sure. I don't know the city. Take me someplace you like. I'll think about something. Why don't you tell me more about your family? I find it weird that you still have memories of them. How's your life over there? Pretty normal. I lived with other androids and we went to classes and had to pass tests and inspections. We had days off where I'd go for a walk. Everything was nice, but strange. They'd sometimes move us from one facility to another in some kind of trailer, but I don't know why. All the scientists and professors were the same ones every time, and even all those different places always looked the same. Who were they? I mean, which company? I don't know, they never told me. They acted like we were all a family, and we were there to learn, like it was something normal. I never really fell for it, but I think my siblings did. I'm beginning to feel curious about M.A.R.A's creator. She's a strange android, without a real task, and that makes me feel uneasy. I've got to question her about it. Well, I think we should sleep for now. We've had the entire weekend to talk about whatever you want, okay? Alright. Would you mind if I sleep with you? I don't like the couch. Okay. We go back inside and get the futon ready. I give one of my pajamas to M.A.R.A. I'm not sure why, but since she's already wearing my clothes, it's not a big deal if she wears one of my pajamas. You got pig pajamas? Cila, come on. That's kind of cute, though. You really like to talk, don't you? I need some peace and quiet from time to time. It's not like you bother me, but just saying. That's because I feel a bit nervous. Nervous? Yes, it's dumb. When I feel nervous, I talk a lot. I just wanted you to like me and look determined. You were nervous because of me? Mm-hmm. Whatever. She just nods once again. It almost looks like she's blushing. Now that I see her in my pajamas, she looks pretty cute. Those latest generation androids seem to be fairly squishy. I brush one of my fingers against her skin. What are you doing? You're really soft. What are you made of? I don't know. Forget about it. Let's go to bed. We finally get into my bed, although we barely manage to fit inside of my tiny futon. And the fact that we keep trying not to get too close to each other doesn't help either. Hey, Cila, where are we going tomorrow? I don't know. The fridge is almost empty. Why don't we go grocery shopping? You can give me my key then. We don't have to. I can order them online. Why are you so interested in that key? Are you planning to leave? I won't, but when you put it that way, it sounds as if I were in a prison. Alright, that sounded bad. I'll give it to you tomorrow. M.A.R.A doesn't say a word after that. Maybe she's fallen asleep. Perhaps I'd best try getting off to sleep too. Silence. 11 days before the Synergia incident. Okay. I think this is a good stopping point for us, and I think Cila is adjusting to M.A.R.A pretty quickly, and I think it helps that she is a lot more human than maybe some other androids, older models. As for Sal, that hacker, I really gotta know what they're up to, because what are they even trying to accomplish? And should I even let these messages get into Cila's head? I don't know, maybe it's a bad idea. I mean, I know it can't hurt her physically, but I don't know, maybe it could affect her some other way, and that's what I'm afraid of. In the next episode, we'll be spending the weekend with M.A.R.A, and maybe Cila and M.A.R.A will be able to bond. We'll see. Either way, we're counting down the days until the Synergia incident. So, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please remember to take care of yourself, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.